guys with rings stood up and addressed the team in the course of the week. Does anything stand out from those talks?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much been some of the guys pretty much saying the same thing because it's just kind of they saying treat it as a normal game. Just making sure you do the little things right, as far as like tackling and technique, and making sure you just don't get distracted because there's a lot of distractions surrounded by the game. So just staying focused and keeping your eyes on what you focus on.
And so when does that happen? When you guys are in the auditorium, like gathering as it?
Yeah, it happens. It can happen anytime. Whenever Coach Peterson feels like it, really. It could be after meetings, after practice. Pretty much anytime. Anytime he wants, we got the whole team meetings. Anytime he pretty much just makes him address. He has somebody to speak.
How hard is it to treat it as just another game when it's really not just another game? You know, everything's on the line.
I think it's when you preparing your preparation. Really is treating it, taking that mindset. Everything is on the line, so you know you got to win, and that's what it is. You just know you got to win, so you got to prepare like no other, and make sure you're prepared all the way and be ready to go put it all on the line because you know it's want to go home.
But on game day, I mean, obviously, you know, it's got to be tough to contain emotions because you know you're so up to start the game and it's so much emotion, knowing that it's win or go home. So how do you keep that throughout 4 quarters? Because like, even last night, the national title game, you could see a team come out, they start hot, and then things kind of fall apart late. So how do you do that?
I mean, it's all composure, man. I mean, we all gonna be hyped. Everybody, both teams, especially those first couple drives. And it's just going to be like who gets comfortable first, who gets in the groove first, and the resilience. Like you say last night, you saw the resilience in the team too. So I think it all just factors in together. Because I promise you we all going to be hyped. So I can't say we're not going to be hyped. So we definitely ought to be hyped, and it's just about composure.
How much is it to be hyped and at home?
Well, that's another aspect, especially when you're on defense. You take that ability for the crowd and you use that to your advantage. You know, it draws offenses off sides. They can't communicate. Just give them all kind of wrinkles in their offense to make them tough on them.
What did you see out of From the Falcons' perspective, you played them last year, obviously. They changed coordinators. Have you seen a ton of difference in what they do offensively?
I know that they're still a zone stretch team. They have the same type of runs. Pretty much almost the same type of offense. I mean, you see the same personnel. You know how they're gonna use Julio. You know how they're gonna use Sanu. And you know how they use their backs. So they pretty much have a different coordinator, but it's pretty much the same philosophy.
He uses the backs more, doesn't he, than the previous?
Than last year, yeah. And I think that has a little bit to do with who's been hot, as far as right now. That their backs have been carrying them. And you see that all season. And I think that's what that mostly was. It's just who's been hot. They still go to Julio. They use the tight end Hooper as well. And Sanu, you know what you're going to get out of him, even Gabriel. So, I mean, they got players. So I don't think that was the reason why. I think it was just who was hot at the time.
You talked last week about the fact that this defense is playing with a chip on their shoulder, being a little bit disrespected. Being a home team underdog, do you feel like that disrespect is going to motivate you guys? Oh,
no doubt. I seen something today all across the building. It's some kind of thing about that, about being the #1 seed and we're the underdog. It's definitely a sign. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to read it before I leave today. I've been fighting reading it because I just think I feel like we decide if we're going to win. So
that's bullshit material?
Always. We the ones who play the game. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. I feel like we decide if we win or lose.
So it's posted somewhere in here?
Yeah, it's in the locker room. I think it's on the front door when you walk out there or somewhere. It's in here. It's in the locker room. It's in the players' lounge. I believe it's in the weight room as well. So you see it on a couple doors. So it's definitely motivation.